Hello and welcome. I'm trying to do a quick replay analysis of a Direct Strike game and try to figure out if you can build tanks in a professional Direct Strike game. Professional in quotation marks, of course. This game was played in an in-house where some good players meet each other and try to figure out how to play the game. It's a pretty decent level. Okay. This is how the start goes. Pupium and Gas first. You might know, what a noob, he's going Gas first. No. I mean, yes, but no. Just kidding. Pupium is one of the best players we have. The reason why he's going Gas first and why it's not a noob play, because he's followed up by a Protoss, and so he wants to slightly lose so the Protoss can blink back. Usually you do this with Zerg, but because with Terran you can always overstim if need be. But as far as the opening goes, it went as bad as it could be. So they were greedy and got Gas and got the middle for the first time. Okay. Now he's even winning with Gas, because his Zerg has to go tier 2, so he's a bit slow to start. Okay, and our Nova is trying something. It's going Queens only versus Protoss. So he's trying to stack the Queens till my Marines arrive. And Stalker don't have that much DPS output. I think Nick should have went +1 maybe. But it worked out, my Marines are joining. It was a very close fight for the middle. Okay, I did not get combat shield, because the Biles one-shot me anyhow. Just stim and +1. Okay, so we have now an Infestor. But the early game went really bad for us. Okay, speed up things a bit. He's going Zealots for the Queens. Pupium is almost winning, even with the Gas. Okay, now we are going both tier 2. Don't know if that was the right call, but no, I have +2 now with this fight. And see, the Biles are missing, right? He's trying to land, but I'm killing the Ravagers too fast, so my Marines move forward and he's missing the Biles. It's basically Marine only army with a couple Marauders for the Stalker League. Okay, Pupium's Gas already paid off. You can see, if you look at the middle, in the first 5 minutes they had the middle, the 5-minute mark. We took over with the Queens. Well, he had Hydras now, so some damage output. And here comes the first tank. So the usual follow-up is a Liberator, right? You want, okay, they're pinging my tank. They're not used to see tanks. Nobody's building tanks. We got the bunker. It has nothing to do with the tank, of course, because the Queen's tank were just too good. The Protoss has not enough DPS. So now the game is changing, right? They try to stack the Stalkers with the Ravagers, and later on they try to stack with the Liberators. Yeah. Pew Pew is already going tier 2, and they're trying to the Liberator stack. That's also why tanks is usually not the preferred choice, because tanks can't shoot up. Well, you can say Liberators don't shoot up either, but... Okay. The tanks are doing work, right? You have another layer for Marines in front, tanks behind. Speed up things a bit till the switch arrives. Lurker, yeah. So the top team is basically doing nothing at the moment, just waiting till the Liberators arrive. Pew Pew is saving a bit of money till he sells. The Stalkers die very slowly, they can blink back, and they have sort of a stack. So here you can see they have Ravager Stalker stack. Well, Nova is doing a lot of damage, of course. But tanks are very good versus this stack, right? You can argue it's better than Liberators. Okay, here come the Liberators. I already have 2 Vikings up in preparation. So now they can siege on the tanks. This is, of course it's bad, but my Vikings are doing some work, right? Maybe they would have been a bit further if that would have been Liberators. Okay, my team is now repositioning, and we got the Liberators cleared. So the first round where the Liberators arrived, so he sold all his bio and went Liberators. The first round is very crucial, and we cleared the entire Liberators, because Protoss as follow-up is not the best. They would love to have the Zerg as the follower of the Liberators. Would make it much easier. But they have still the Protoss Zerg stack available, but there were my tanks doing a good job. And we can't really blink out of this, right? Because the tanks don't have to re-siege. You can blink around as you want, the tanks just murder you. Okay, we got another re-siege on the tanks, but the Zerg is already here, and my Vikings doing work. Let's see if we get another big stack. Okay, so the Stalkers don't die, they just blink and blink. Okay. Yeah, don't even siege. Getting some hits on the command center. And now Liberators survive. Well, it's a bit difficult, right? Wow, the balance between Vikings, because the Vikings do nothing versus my wave. That's purely versus the Liberators tank. But I still need to have enough for my wave. Actually for the stack, right? The Stalker Zerg stack. So he's going Lurker, Ravagers. Yeah, he can't really go Zerglings. Usually you want to add some Zerglings, right? But he has to pass the Zerg before he reaches my tanks. So he can't really go the Zerglings. Okay, so with the help of my Vikings, we are still able to clear. Nova is adding Mutas No2 now, in case some Liberators make it. Okay, let's see how this is. It's a lot of Stalkers, a lot of Ravagers. That's good piles. 1 BC. Okay. And here's the question, did I build too many Vikings? Or can my tanks hold? And it's very close. We can blink in. In this case, I think with Liberators it would have been worse, in my opinion. So I did enough damage, and now Pew Pew has to fight in the middle versus a lot of corruptors. But they're Liberator stacking now, maybe. The Mutas arrive. One corruptor is getting healed up by the queens. It's still 2 Liberators shooting. They have 3 armor. Wow, okay. Okay, and here I built a few more things because I saw the last fight was a bit closer than comfortable. And the thing with Liberators, I would have lost that hard, right? He could have blinked left and right, and I had to re-siege. Well, maybe with perfect sieges I could have hold. But my tanks are doing work here, clearing the Zerg Protoss stack. And my teammate Zerg has a clean fight versus his air. Lurker still hitting from behind. Let's see what my tanks can do here. Okay. 2 volleys and everything is dead. It's a +2 tanks. I did not feel that comfortable because I had to clear the stack and I had to damage Pew Pew's Wave 2 Nerf tanks. Yeah. So I didn't even have the money for my second Raven and going tier 3. My teammates were more comfortable. They are on 3 guards. I don't know why they felt so comfortable in this one. Still Vikings shooting. And Reload is adding Mutas now. That's why I have Marines, right? I have 9 Marines in the back, just in case there are some Mutas leaking. That's 8 tanks now. So you need a lot of ground to bypass this. Okay. So Nick is even adding Phoenix now, desperately trying to protect the Liberators. But you don't have to go Liberators, you can go tanks. Well, one reason why you can do this is because you have 2 Zergs as teammates, right? And one Zerg is going anti-air from the get-go, basically. And Nova also adding Mutas now. So the air is covered, and I had the freedom to go a couple of Vikings to protect my tanks. And of course you have to micro your tanks a bit with the F3 menu. Yeah? You don't want to siege them auto at the max range, you just want them to move a bit further in till you siege up. Okay, here's a short example when to not build tanks. It was also an in-house game, but not quite the level of the other game. They randomed into triple Terran and opened Whittle Mines, and our Protoss opened Stalkers only versus Bio. Tried to stack versus Bio, it's not working without Sentry and Adepts. And we lost the cannon quite early. They'd felt comfortable enough to push us, and they are building tanks, and not only one. I think both of them went to tanks, right? Yeah, he's also going tanks. And what is our Terran doing? So yeah, they had 0 air cover, and they are going mass tanks. And our Terran is moving back. I'm moving front. I'm adding Mutas. And he's selling for Liberators. And now they're pushing us hard. They're thinking, oh, our tanks are doing a perfect job. But here come the Liberators. And now the tanks are looking very sad. Right? Even the Raven was also a big mistake. I had to learn the hard way. And we had the perfect Zerg catching the Liberators. And they even got a Thor out now. One Thor is not changing it. And now your tanks looking a bit stupid. And they're adding Vikings now, but it's too late. You have to prepare it beforehand, right? Before you go tanks. You saw in my game I had the same time I had 2 tanks, I had also 2 Vikings already, just in preparation to do enough damage. So this way you can't go tanks in this one. You have to prepare for the Liberators. And they never recovered. The Liberators. Too strong. Okay, even some tanks might stack here to hurt the next one. Protected by a roach. Okay. Okay, but I got my anti-armor missile up. Looking good. Okay, so I think versus Ravagers, especially, there's an option that you go tanks. You don't have to go Liberators. Also, Liberators got nerfed. Their range, tier 3 range is -1 now. It's a lot of lurker. Okay. For you. Okay. No, I didn't trust my tanks. Okay, and they give up. Okay, that's an example that it is possible in specific circumstances that you go tanks. If you like the video and want more recaps, don't forget to like. GG's.